you. I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Are you talking to you? Are you talking to you? You ready? I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to you.
Announcement was made last night. We got Rum Nitty versus John the Don. What are y'all thoughts on this battle?
Interesting, man. I just see somebody post. That was homeboy. Strange. He just posted that the Magic versus John the Don was one of the best people ever, and you saw how John was able to deal with a puncher. So let's not just count John out the box when we seen him versus one of the best punchers of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of niggas just saying Nitty 2-1, Nitty 3-0, Nitty gonna kill this nigga. John wag, John be spilling bars. He can't fuck with Nitty. And that was a good point. Like, John has battled punchers and has done, exceptional versus them. I don't know.
Yeah, but the B Magic battle was, that was AP. That was so long ago. And back then, John wasn't like, I feel like nowadays, John tries to go bar for bar with niggas instead of just being himself. Yeah. Before he turned up barking, he was then on some Tay-Rock shit before with a little bit of wordplay and shit. Now he solely focuses on the wordplay. I don't feel like the energy really be there and shit. Yeah, I'm not saying. I had to really sit back and think about this shit. John's not whack. You know what it is about John, why niggas be so quick to go against him? Because if you really think about his last battles, like he battles top names, he doesn't really get smoked. When you really pay attention to John's record, you don't really be losing like that or none of that. I think that John does fall under a criteria where it's like, I don't want to group him, but I feel like John's on the Cortez, JC, hell, Danny Myers, like on y'all level where y'all niggas is nice and y'all can hold your own, but there might be one thing missing to make y'all a top superstar, a Sue Surf or a Hitman Hollow or a Verb. Whether it's the X Factor, whatever it is. I feel like he falls at that category. It didn't help that. We just got to be honest here. I don't care how long ago it was. Like, when it's battle rap, you're not supposed to take niggas bars, bro. Period. So I feel like he really started off. That's why that shit is still there, because of how he started off taking the multiple choice and flipping bars. He was a bad name early on, man. That really did give him a bad name early on. And it's hard to shake that shit. As far as him versus Rum Nitty, though, I don't think Rum Nitty's going to body John. I do got Rum Nitty. One, I'm not going to go there. I don't think John's going to bother me. I feel like Rum Nitty.
One of y'all got some static.
All right,
okay, there it goes.
But yeah, there we go. But I don't feel like Rum Nitty he's gonna body John, but I do feel like he's gonna win though. And I do, and on top of that, I do feel like I'm not mad at the winner battling Surf. I'm not mad at that either.
I agree. I said the same thing. I feel like the winner. I'm not mad at whoever gets Surf out of the winner of that battle. I'm not mad.
Well, I'll say this. Like, John, the only reason why you say you put him on, like, the J.C. Cortez, Danny level, I'm going to be honest, not talent-wise, but I put him, like, maybe a level above that. Why? Because I think he can actually stand on that stage and maybe somewhat neutralize some of what Nitty does. John is kind of on the smart side, and I don't think just punching him is just going to knock him out. And if he can't punch with you, that means he has some other attributes other things he can use that can kind of neutralize that. Otherwise, he'll just get his head punched off. So, I think he's... Huh?
Now, go ahead. I got to disagree with you on something, but go ahead.
Oh, so, well, I'm just saying, so I just feel like he has other things that he can kind of rely on strategy-wise and, maybe angling some. I think he maybe have more in his bag than Nitty, even though Nitty got, like, that one thing he can go to that's, like, elite. I don't think he has as many tricks in his bag as John does.
No, he doesn't.
Now, what I got to disagree
he don't have as many tricks.
But here's the thing about what I just said that I got this. I gotta tell you what it is. Is that all right? You put him a level above Danny and Cortez and them and whatnot, like because you think that he'll neutralize Rum Nitty, but you gotta remember, man, Danny Myers versus Rum Nitty was a fucking classic, bro.
Oh no! I'm not disagreeing at all. Like,
I already beat John, so
like what I'm saying is that I think that if he comes to battle Rum Nitty, Nitty is going to be punching. He's going to be punching. But John just has other tricks in his bag, and bro, at some point that punching can get a little mind numbing for some people. Like it's starting to lose its effect over time if you can't just maintain it at a very high level throughout the entire battle. And John is going to be switching up bags and doing different things, man.
Rum Nitty versus Ab. If Rum Nitty comes with 3 rounds like he did versus Ab, I don't see John beating him. But I'm not saying he'll body John. See, don't get it fucked up. John's a little stupid ass nigga. He ain't gonna get there and just look dumb. You know he's
not.
He probably has angles on Rum Nitty that no one's even talked about. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get the crowd involved. All that. I'm not taking none of that shit away from John. Like he's a vet and all that. I give him props. He's been doing this shit since grind time. Maybe even before, but I know I started watching him on grind time and shit. So it's like, it's not that. I'm saying I was talking about as far as superstar status. That's what I meant by he's on there with.
No, he's not a superstar.
Yeah, he's not a superstar.
As far as Nitty, I don't. What would be the level under superstar?
I feel like that's. I feel like
there's
that's
a gray area.
Superstar. It's level I just said.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of put him. I mean, people gonna think I'm crazy. It is what it is. It won't be the first crazy thing I said. I kind of, the way they used to group it, they used to say top tier, super top tier, and whatever's above that, like people put Mook and Lux on. I put him top tier.
John?
Yeah, but he stood right, like where I would put Shotgun Suge top tier, like right on that level with John. Like they can stand in front of dudes who like a weight class above them. They can dance, but they probably not gonna beat them. But they can dance with them, though.
You know what? You might be right about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, like I'm thinking, Sugar superstar.
No, Sugar's not a superstar, but he's at a level where he's a big name.
He's a star.
Yeah, he's a star. And John is too.
John is a star. Yeah, we can't take that away from John. I mean, John beat BK pretty convincingly. Let me take that away. He beat Pat Stay and BK.
Yeah.
He just beat BK on the RBE joint. So, and both of these are two of the toughest battlers, like, especially in the white boy category or whatever you want to put them. To have Pat Stay and BK on your resume that you beat both of them, I mean, you really can't take too much away from John, man. And he don't be losing.
Look, he stood in front of Hitman at Hitman's peak.
Right.
And he made that shit work. Like, feel what you want to feel, but hey, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say this: what you were saying, but to counteract what you were saying about the punching, like Nitty gonna come and punch, and then eventually it'll kind of it sounds the same, it wears off. That didn't happen when he battled DNA. I know that battle hasn't dropped from Traffic 3. Yeah, that was on Traffic 3. Hasn't dropped yet. But Nitty didn't switch up nothing, and he battled DNA, and DNA can do different things other than punch. He can do some rebuttals, he can freestyle, and he can tell jokes. And Nitty punched DNA the fuck out of here. He beat the dog shit out of DNA on some real shit. So I don't see why that would not work versus John, especially in a small room.
Well, it depends. Like I said, it depends on what John does. Because I'm gonna be honest, punching is maybe the most entertaining thing in battle rap. Maybe the most entertaining, but because it keeps people who have short attention spans, they don't have to wait for it much. There's always a wow moment, But that being said, when you start getting personal, And if you can flip it and make it work, that tends to sting a lot more in battle. That's the kind of stuff that,
that works.
Yeah,
so basically what we're saying is, both of them can win this battle, but it really depends on what John does. Because if John try to punch with Nitty, he's gonna die.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I hate to say die, but he's gonna lose.
Exactly. Yeah, but look, you don't go into a battle. You don't go into a battle and try to use a man unless you got that same strength. Like, you don't go into the battle and try to outdo him at what he does. Like, that's crazy.
Right. Facts. John better not try to come in here and try to go punch for punch all 3 rounds. If he does it for 1 round, that's cool. If he even does it for a round and a half, it might be okay. It might be on the, now you're kind of pushing it. But 1 round is cool, but I don't want to see John go in there 3 rounds of punching. It could be a punch fest, but that's going to be an uphill battle for him because his creativity is simply not on the level of Rum Nitty. He's never known John to be a crazy puncher.
And truth be told, John will slip in something really dope on you from time to time. I'll give him that. He'll slip something in on you, but he just can't maintain the consistency. So he definitely need to avoid that. But I do think he's a good battler, like just an overall battle rapper, like getting up there and trying to win. That's why I give him a chance, a good chance. I ain't gonna say he's gonna win it, absolutely, but I give him a good chance against Nitty for that. I think he may be.
He has a fighter's chance.
Yeah, he definitely has a fighter's chance. So it's kind of an even match. And to the point, I wanted to make this point too, like, and I ain't trying to create more categories, but I think this has to be said to kind of make a distinction. People talk about mid-tier. I remember being on this show when Disaster was on one time. I have something I personally call what they call super mid-tier. Basically, it's guys who got all the talent. They just may not have what you call it factor. That's the only thing they're lacking. They got all, like, somebody like Danny, I'm going to be honest, I use you. Like, you stood up there against T-Rex, right? And I don't even consider that your best battle. But T-Rex is a vet who got presence and he got all this stuff going and you didn't look small against him. Like, that has to account for something. Because a lot of dudes couldn't do that on that stage.
Facts.
And Danny, let's be honest, you had a lot of the crowd against you because of all the money thing. Danny, you know what time that was back then, man. It was a lot working against you, and you made that work even if it wasn't your best battle.
Okay. And still won.
Yeah,
man. Still pulled it off, man. So, but
that's a fact. You go ahead.
No, I'm just good.
I was going to see the topic. I was going to say, I almost forgot that it's going down this week. I just in the flyer, I forgot. Big T is battling A Verb. No, it's not really a lot of promotion.
Jesus Christ. Let me say this, man. First, before we even get into that, man, I do want to apologize because, it's like that is a dope card. Shout out to Gracie, Big Kannon, the homie Big Stacks. Like, they put together a dope card, and it's been overshadowed by all the battle rap fuckery of the last month. 30 days of fuckery has overshadowed the Ain't No More Midwest Movement card. So I definitely want to apologize to that staff and all the battlers on that card. But at the same time, I haven't been seeing too much promotion from the battlers themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it does go both ways. I don't want to say like media kind of don't fuck. Media drop the ball and didn't promote the card. Well, I mean, they're not really promoting shit either. So, and only thing that was brought up was Red not battling P Magic on that card. That was like the biggest thing that I've heard from that card. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
You know what, though, bro? To be honest with you, what you just said to me, is indicative of, it's like there's just a collective, like, energy drain just across the whole culture.
Right.
Like, and nobody's doing what they used to do. Like, fans not supporting. battlers aren't promoting leagues. Like now, URL still on their stuff, but you get my like. It's just the level of energy just ain't where it was in say 2014. Like I know that was the bad era, but it was exciting.
Whatever.
Well, we got to get back to that. We got to.
How? But then it was organic then. Like
we gonna do it up here. We gonna do it up here, bro. We gotta bring it back. That's it. You gotta bring it back.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it.
That's
That's
it.
fact. But I'm talking about like
talking about it. We got to start talking about more of these events and covering more of the leagues and more of the, even the under-named battlers. Some of those guys are putting in work and just really don't get no shine. So, we got to make it fun again. Make this shit fun. That's
a lot of that is wrong.
The fun is missing.
A lot of that shit is my fault. I was doing a lot of that shit when I first started. I'm gonna get back on that shit. But let's get back to it though. Like Verb and Big T talk to me. Like what we doing with this battle? Me personally, I feel like this, right? And if I'm wrong, please jump in and say that. I've always kind of felt like this. Not trying to go in on Big T. I'm actually going to try to get Big T on. I'm going to tell him that when he come on too. I kind of feel like this, B. When the Midwest movement first started and shit, we all know who Verb was. We know who Hitman was. We knew who Young L was. Kyle was starting to make his name versus Young L. Kyle did okay, but I think a lot of niggas had Young L. And Kyle had to work his way up. All right. Midwest Miles, we know that him and X Factor were on the first wave for the Midwest movement. So they already solidified too. When it came to Chicago, it was Big T. If I'm not mistaken, it was dude Prince in his camp. Well, no, I just don't feel like Big T. Don't get it fucked up. He beat Deacon Frost. He beat Hitman Holler. I had him beating Surf in a fire battle, a classic.
That was crazy. That was a dope ass battle. That was dope.
It's not like Big T don't be beating niggas. He do. But I still feel like Big T, you gotta beat one of these niggas. Like Verb be talking wild. Number one, you home in Chicago. As far as the facts, Big T lost to Big Kannon in my opinion.
He did.
No one said shit about
clearly
before Big Kannon. Clearly, I think. And everybody did this like laughed it off because it was Big Kannon and shit. I think Big T, he's always been sort of like on a thin ice in the past maybe 2 years, 3 years. He's like,
man. When I say, I've been saying that shit, but when I say it, I'm a hater. Or I don't like NWX or whatever. I just gotta call it how it is. Like I said, the nigga been losing. He did have a great performance versus Danger Zone. I definitely want to highlight that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? 40 bars. But that's not to be 40 bars whipping the shit out of him on the sidewalk. I will never forget that. I'm not gonna not let that be counted. I will never forget 40 bars whooped his ass on the sidewalk outside. And because it wasn't on, let's say, a league, it probably didn't get the press that it was supposed to, but at the same time, you still lost. You lost. 40. I got to give 40 bars a shot. She beat Big T outside, nigga. Like, in the original four-back. Whooped his ass. Clearly. So I have to look at the inconsistencies when I'm talking about Big T. Like, we know he can be great. Now let's fast forward. Big T versus Mike P. He also loses that battle, which was not a good battle on both ends. That wasn't a good battle on both ends, but you still lost to Mike P. And you was kind of whack that battle, too. So, the inconsistency...
Okay, let me ask this. Is Big T arguably the biggest, underachiever when you consider how much talent he has?
No, because that would always belong to Clean Paper.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
The Underachiever Award always would belong to Clean Paper. And Chess is on his way to taking that crown.
Hold on. Let's save this topic because it ties into something else we're talking to next. So, get back to Big T and Verb, and then we can do Shine and
I got Verb winning, man. I'm sorry. I got Verb winning. You know what I'm saying?
This subject right here. I want to talk about this subject that we were just getting ready to touch on right here. Because I got somebody top clean, but I think I'm bugging this shit. But
okay,
I got Verb winning.
Well,
I got Verb.
I got Verb because even though I go ahead.
You know, Verb last battle was B-Dot.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was a dope Verb. Good Verb. Last couple Big T's I've seen, you feel me? The last couple Big T's I've seen, no. You know, Big T, come on, man. Show me something, man. Don't. You already lost in Chicago. You already lost at home. And now, you know what I'm saying? Don't lose again at home. Don't lose.
The problem with Big T.
Go ahead.
No. The problem I have with Big T is I don't even know if he can control when he's good anymore. Like, he just, in battles where he clearly should show up, he just don't. And even though I think he and Verb are on the, you know, like on the decline, I can depend on Verb more than I can Big T to show up and do something. Right. So I'll have to go with Verb on this one. But that's not saying a whole lot, though. And the only reason the B-Dot battle, I feel, turned out the way it did was because, I mean, that he couldn't look crazy against B-Dot. It was just too much shit talked.
Right.
Like, he had to fight.
Exactly.
Also, the last time we saw Verb in Chicago, Verb beat Sue Surf on the Guerrilla Warfare card.
Which wasn't much to brag about, considering.
But this is the problem.
It's a win is a win. A win is a win.
But hear me out, Danny. I hear what you're saying. Surf didn't take that seriously, though, right? Now, I'm not giving him a pass. This is my problem with this battle.
Oh, no passes to Surf.
Is Verb going to look at Big T like Big T is B-Dot? That's the question.
No.
And that's the problem.
But he got a point to prove. It's still it's like the theme of the card is like, okay, Midwest dominance. Like, Verb still want niggas to know, like, I'm still one of them niggas when it comes to this Midwest shit. I'm not finna lose to a subpar ass Midwest nigga. That's how Verb looking at this shit. He still has something to prove. I don't think he's gonna drop the ball here. I don't think he's not gonna take it serious because both of them are choke prone. Let's be honest. Both of them are choke prone. We've seen both of them stumble. We've seen both of them half-ass. We've seen both of them not take battle serious. And given the fact that this card really don't have much hype behind it, they both could not be taking this shit serious.
That's my concern, Danny. Like, that's my concern. Like, this is a card that could very well just be an easily forgotten card. It could be considered a money move. I know what the headline, I know the name of the event, but, bruh, these niggas have fucked off so many battles that it's just hard for me to just get up for them because I have, like, they're just a level. Put it this way, they're bad more than they're good at this point in their career. So what am I supposed to expect?
Like, you see the shit we talking right now?
What'd you say?
He said that's what he said about Rex and Reed.
Oh God, like, yeah.
I mean, look. I'm not expecting to get the Guardian Angel Verb. I mean, from Verb versus XB or Verb versus Hollow. I'm not expecting that anymore. I woke up and realized, okay, that nigga's gone. You know what I'm saying? So now we got this nigga, and I'm learning to it. The B-Dot battle, I like the B-Dot battle. I don't think that B-Dot, that A-Verb ran over B-Dot the way most other niggas think. I don't know where the fuck they got that from. That's not what I seen.
Right.
But regardless, I have come to realize, okay, Verb, he crafted his shit. He's not that Verb. But as far as Big T is so wishy-washy sometimes, man. Like, he could do good, but then he could not do good. It's just like, oh, my God. Like, what the fuck? And then it's just like, I get even more mad because it's like you're in NWX, so it's just like I feel like if it's a group of y'all niggas. Number one, I don't even like the group shit to be real with you. I don't like unless y'all don't have a card. The Team Hami did writer's block. It doesn't make no sense to me why the fuck y'all niggas even in the group to be real with you. But fucking if you gonna be fucking reciting your bars to NWX and y'all sparring and shit, I don't feel like you should be off your job like that.
Right.
You know what with Big T though? I think Big T problem might be his style makes it like if you lazy, you don't need to have a style like Big T. Big T is unorthodox. Like you don't know what he might come with. And that requires you to really want to commit to writing and being creative. And that's not something you can do if you're just a basic, like just a puncher, which I know it takes creativity for that, but to be unorthodox like Big T, that just takes a higher level of commitment to just sitting down and saying, okay, where can I go with this that people won't expect? But he's lazy. So he's never going to be Big T again, in my opinion, because who can you put in front of him at this point that's going to make him care? I don't think A Verb is that at this point. This ain't 2012.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, in the whole lineup of NWX, right? You got T-Top, you got K-Shine. I would even say Official was better than T-Top. I mean, Big T at this point. Because right now, I would say T-Top is the man in NWX. You know what I'm saying? Then you got K-Shine. Shit, even P. Hold on, even PC. Even PC is going better than fucking Big T, man.
You're going too far.
Keep it real. Keep it no.
40 bars.
Listen, hold the fuck on. You trying to tell me
40 bars slap PC with a bloody tampon.
God damn, she beat both of the niggas? Shout out to 40 bars to the NWX killer. You might as well battle the rest of them niggas because you on a winning streak. But consistent. No, but look though, Big T might be at the bottom of the fucking NWX chain. That's a fucking shame, considering where he was. How is Official damn near better than you now? For real. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hold on. Official. Now, let me ask you all this, man. After that jazz battle.
Hold on, Evan. Like Big T, I'm gonna you know that, I was gonna say this. Like Big T, if you listen to this shit, that's some real shit what this nigga is saying. Like we're not even joking anymore. Think about this. Big T or Official, really think about that. Who do you really have winning that battle? If they were
Official, whoop the shit out Big T.
I would fuck around and say Official.
I bet on Official. I'm sorry. My safe money is on Official. Not saying he can't win, but if I got to go out there last few battles, I'm putting my $50 on Official right now. Big T has got to be the lowest member of NWX, and that's a fucking shame. It's sad. Not to even turn this into a Big T bashing moment. I don't even want to. Oh, they don't want to kill me, Big T. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to give him props when he hasn't been showing up. You ain't been showing up on a consistent basis. I got A Verb winning that battle.
And truth be told, Big T may end up hearing this. More than likely he will. What he needs to realize, what we were saying, it has nothing to do with talent. This is all effort. That's something you can control. If you was whack and you didn't have talent, that would be one thing. But you can't be mad when niggas telling you you're dope potentially, but you're not living up to your potential. Like you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. That's all we're saying here.
And that's all we're saying. When I say he's trash and we should have never seen him battle before, it's the fact that you have been great before and you're not giving us that on a regular basis, especially being a veteran.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to single out Big T because there's a whole lot of veterans that are inconsistent and they can be fire, but you know, I mean, they're not living up to what they could be. So there's a whole lot of them, and that's a whole other show. But since we're talking about Big T, I gotta highlight Big T, and that's the reason I'm gonna have A Verb winning this battle because A Verb, I feel like he cared a little bit more so than Big T.
Yeah, a little Verb has an issue with being perceived a certain way, which is why he will come on radio shows and fight back when people are talking about him. Like Big T kind of let it be what it is. Like it's almost like he don't care at all or whatever. But let me ask y'all this, man. Like, no, I want to ask Danny this. Danny, do you think it comes a point where some battlers just run out of fire in their pen, bro? Do you think it's just some niggas just run out of fire, like they just can't command it anymore? Like I'm asking because, bro, like there are battles that
I think some niggas can just lose it. They could just run out of bars, run out of material. You had it at one point, and now you're kind of just washed up. That's why. Who said that? You had a spark when you started, now you just garbage. Who said that? Was that Nas?
I think so, bro. I think so.
When it was when he started Jay-Z, or was that Jay-Z saying that to Nas? Whatever.
That was Jay-Z, man. Y'all niggas.
That was Jay-Z. Well, whatever the point is, that line is true. You really can have a spark when you started, and now you just garbage. Like, that's true. So to answer Edward's question, yes, niggas can run out of fighters and just start becoming whack. That may be a possibility of what we're seeing with DT.
But then it becomes an issue of, did they run out of fire, or were they so fire at one point that they got the props that made them feel like I made it and I now don't have to fight for it no more, like I'm solidified?
Nah, that's a good that's a possibility too. I mean, it varies from man to man. It varies from man to man. Either some just lose it, or some just lose their interest, or some feel like I'm already the man, so I don't gotta keep putting effort into this shit. I'm dope. I've been told that I'm dope. I've been told that I'm a legend.
A lot of
so I don't have to keep putting 100% effort into this shit because I'm already made it. So some of them do have that attitude. Some of them have that mindset, that ego. And like I said, it varies from man to man. I can't say that's what happened to Big T. I don't know exactly what his problem is. Only he can answer that. I'm just saying we just want to see Big T great again. We want to see Big T that battle surf. We can't always get these A1 games from niggas every time. You know what I'm saying?
We don't think we're going to get it either. Bro, nobody, I don't care how great you are, like Danny, I believe you're one of the very few dudes in battle rap who gives it their best shot. And even you don't give us an A1 Danny every time. So,
right.
It just sometimes it just ain't there.
Some games you're just going to be off. You're just going to be off.
Exactly.
But to have 7, 8, 9 off games out of 12, that's where it's not an off game. Now it's like a slump.
You just off.
And then a slump becomes a problem. Like, I'm worried. Now there's true concern here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? What's going on?
Okay, now let me ask you all this.
Slump, my nigga?
Let me ask you all this. Why do we allow in battle rap for dudes to live off of past battles? Like,
you gotta stop doing that shit. Stop letting niggas live off of that. Stop letting niggas have their Al Bundy moment. The 4 touchdowns. I scored 4 touchdowns at Polk High.
That's
50
true.
years old, talking about your 4 touchdowns 30 years ago. We're not gonna allow niggas to keep doing that shit in battle rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is now that they're doing a stock game, like in battle rap, now you have stock. You know, it's crazy that you can have like 5 fire battles in a row, and let's say you lose one, all of a sudden now you're in question. Now your credibility is on the line.
Boy, Danny.
He was battle of the year, then he just got 3-0. I don't know. The song might be trash. He might be done. What?
You know what though, Danny?
He had one bad game?
Don't we say that battle rap is a sport, right? We all agree with that, right?
I mean, that's the closest analogy you can get.
Yeah. Because it's competition. Anything that's competitive, it's a sport. Like, but my point to that is this: if battle rap is a sport, and if it's competitive, even in sports, you know, what you do from game to game or in battle rap, battle to battle, that defines your legacy. Having a great game, if you was a rookie in the NBA and you had a great rookie season, but your rest of your seasons were trash, you're not going to be a Hall of Famer. But we let dudes have a couple good years be trash for 10 years, and then we call them, like, legends. How?
All right. What you mean how? Because they let. All right, hold on. All right, go ahead. Fuck it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, Cap, shouldn't legendary status be given to dudes who was able to sustain a high level?
I hear what you're saying, but I want to get back to why Kannon and Shine, and then we can do that. That's regular.
Okay, all right, let's do that.
Oh, yeah, why Kannon and Shine.
Yeah, why Kannon and Shine. Now, here's the thing about it. This is why this fucking battle is crazy. It's because YK's been going back and forth about Mike T so motherfucking much It's like, bro, you don't want to catch this L before that battle fucking happened. And then if you beat Shine, that's a good motherfucking look for YK, because even though YK's been in this motherfucker for a long time, I still feel like him, I feel like he's on the same level.
Super mid-tier.
Of course, I feel like he's on that level. So I feel like YK needs to Shine to win, but I thought Shine was fire versus Danny. I didn't think he was whack.
No, Shine got busy. Shine was Shine was busy. He got busy versus Bad News, and then right after Bad News, he battled me, and he was fired. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect anything less. I don't expect anything less out of K-Shine this battle. You know what I'm saying? Who needs it more? I don't think Shine needs to win this battle.
At all.
You know what I'm
He's going to be K-Shine.
I don't think he needs. I mean, especially when he's saying he's on his way out, and like he only doing a couple more battles than he's done. Like I don't think he, like, you know what I'm saying, his resume is solidified.
Where did he say that at? Where did he say that?
He said that like right before he battled me. He was like he was gonna do like 5 more battles. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, I'm tired of all these
I don't believe,
you
know, but I'm just saying that, you know, they all say, oh, I'm retired, and you see him on the next card. I'm just saying that's what he said. I'm just going by what his mindset is. So maybe he's looking at it like, you know what, I'm gonna go out on a fire streak. But at the same time, YK is a killer. And he's at home. I don't see K-Shine coming to Chicago and beating YK. I just don't see it happening. Despite what you may think with YK focusing on Mike P, despite you thinking he's just only focused on Mike P, YK know what the fuck K-Shine can do. He don't want to get embarrassed. He don't want to just like.
I got a better question, Danny. I don't mean to cut you off. I got a better question. If you're YK, which battle, right? Oh, I got a good question. Okay. If you're YK, which battle means more to you? K-Shine or
Mike
Guerrilla Warfare or Mike P on URL?
Mike P. Without a question. Without a fucking question. Especially put it like this. And I'm right. I'm writing for like several dudes right now, as a matter of fact. Sometimes when you're writing for multiple guys.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, sometimes when you're writing for multiple guys at the same time, you come up with a fire bar. You gotta juggle as, damn, should I say this to this nigga? Or should I say this to him? Like, who deserves it? Like, which battle means more? So sometimes you might, like, if YK came up with, like, a crazy bar that could go to either Mike P or Shine, like, just say a general punch, I would think he would want to say that to Mike P.
But is it because of platform? Is it all because of platform?
Not the platform, just the shit talking, the build-up. Because even if Mike P and K, if YK and Mike P was on Guerrilla Warfare, it would still be the more important battle. You know what I'm saying? Let's just switch leads. Let's put YK up to Shine on URL.
Yeah, hold on, Danny. You gotta understand something. YK can battle on Guerrilla Warfare every fucking card if he wanted to. That ain't going nowhere. I think the URL battles kind of mean something, bro. They gotta mean something, bro.
They do. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it don't. I'm saying in this particular Mike P battle, he wants to beat Mike P. He wants to kill Mike P, whether they battle on URL or a fucking sidewalk. He wants that man dead.
True.
Him and K-Shine could just be a fire debatable. I don't feel like this. I hate to speak from YK, but from a battler standpoint, from an insider standpoint, he doesn't mind having a fire debatable with K-Shine. You know what I'm saying? But he wants Mike P dead. He don't want to lose that one or have that debatable. Because you can't talk all this shit.
You're right.
You can't talk all this shit and then it be a debatable or Mike P fuck around and beat you.
But Danny, here's the flip side to that though. Young Kannon also wants to get back to the NBA and stay there too. I think he wants to be a official roster member of URL and constantly be able to battle there. Like, it's the biggest platform in North America. I think that's just what he wants. And dancing, doing his best dance on URL is even bigger than Mike P. Like, even beating Mike P. So if he does good, even if it's K-Shine, if he kills K-Shine, say he battles K-Shine on URL, he kills him, like, bro, that could possibly put him in position to do what he long wanted to do and what most battlers probably want to do, and that's be a staple on URL. Like, you see what Rum Nitty did? Rum Nitty didn't always have that. Now this nigga's getting names now. But it came from putting in work.
How's the English fans radio? You played the part that also. Go ahead. Just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. But
wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you telling me? All right, hold on, man. Listen, YK can lose. Like, he can have a battle with Shine, but you saying as long as he do well on URL versus Mike P, that's the one that really means something. Like, that's gonna get him to known. I feel YK definitely is known worthy, or Summer Madness worthy. You know what I'm saying? You had Twerk and Cortez on Summer Madness.
Hey, yo, that's why these two battles mean so much, because, all right, you got Mike P, who's already, that's why, like, Mike P's already on your level. All right, cool. You beat Mike P, who will step up. You might get known, but K-Shine is a fucking vet. You beat K-Shine. See, but here's the thing about it, though, Danny. It's just like a lot of battles that be on a platform, it don't necessarily help you on URL.
Yeah.
Because they don't even have respect for the platform for that. You're going to be real. If they URL, they don't count. That's what they say all the goddamn time. Why can't you beat K-Shine and then fuck around and go on URL? They think it's a friend. You just know they might think it's a joke.
The mentality, honestly, should be he wants to kill both of them niggas. That's what it boils down to.
Facts.
Fuck picking and choosing who I win or who I debatable with. He want to kill both of them.
But Danny, from a battler standpoint, is that doable? Is that
yes,
doable?
Yes, it is doable. When you're talking about YK, yes, he can do it. YK can beat Shine and Mike P.
Yeah, I'm saying, you don't want to kill all your opponents in their own profession.
No. Facts. But if you're talking about battles that take place, if you're talking about battles that are taking place in a relatively close period of time, at some point, one of those battles is going to get more fight than the other, depending on which one has more importance to you, man.
I'm talking to you. You ready? I'm talking to you.